entering glory hole. Boom, bitch! Let's go! Now entering glory hole.
Oh, wow. Sweet emotion.
Just a walk in the park, Kazansky. All right, buddy. Time to wash your mouth out with Gordon.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about.
It's true, he was just talking about that.
Show no mercy. We fight for the glory of Avis. That's what I'm talking about, right there on that boom!
Egotastic FunTime.
Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to the Talking the Orville live pre-show SPLOSION. Tonight, we're gonna have a great time celebrating an all-new episode of the show that brings us all together every week. The Orville Season 2, Episode 11, Lasting Impressions. The crew, you guys, are gonna open up a time capsule from 2015, and Gordon falls in love with Laura, played by Gossip Girl's Leighton Meester, much to the objection of the rest of the crew for some reason. I've got the episode teaser for us to watch, an exclusive clip from the episode stills to look at, so we can speculate wildly as to what is going on in this episode, because that's what makes these times so egotastically fun. Seth MacFarlane claims Lasting Impressions is his favorite episode so far, and I can't wait to find out why. And it all begins 1 hour from now live on your television screens. But first, let's say hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I barely made it here in time. I was like, oh, scramble, scramble, scramble. Are you guys excited for an all-new episode of the Orville? Now, I gotta tell you, tonight is Lasting Impressions, directed by Kelly Cronin, who is the same person, the same director who directed New Dimensions last season. That was an awesome episode where we all get flat, you guys. So I'm interested to see what she does with this episode, but also what's going on with this episode. They open a time capsule. Now here's a question. Did they find the time capsule on Earth, or is the time capsule out in space somewhere? It's from 2015. Usually they're in the dirt in some local park somewhere, as time capsules like to do, you guys. Also, what's this whole Gordon and Laura thing, this Leighton Meester thing? She's a singer or something like that. He falls in love with her. It looks like he's in 2015, so they're obviously I don't think there's time travel in this episode. I think it's a hologram, environmental simulator type situation. But also, isn't it weird that he falls in love with a hologram? Of course, it happened on TNG, but this seems to be a little bit more than that. So I'm guessing, theorizing, that maybe there's some sort of entity going on here, or maybe the computer gets super smart all of a sudden, because these things happen as well, and makes it so that the character is very realistic. Maybe just like with Moriarty, maybe the holographic character becomes self-aware and finds out that she's not real. What is going on? We're going to find out tonight. We're going to talk about it here, you guys. Now, I have some bad news, okay, if you don't already know. So we have episode 11 tonight, Lasting Impressions. Then we have a 2-week hiatus. No new episodes of the Orville are coming out. Next week will be a rerun of Identity Part 1. And don't even think for a second we're not going to be here Thursday night next week talking about the Orville. Identity rerun or not. And then the week after that is Identity Part 2, which we won't be doing a live show that night because I will be on the road making my way to Yuri's night. Filling up that gas tank, charging my camera batteries, all that good stuff. But I'll try to have something prepared for you guys at the right time, the right day. And of course, I'll be checking in, making videos for you along the way. Then here is the schedule. This is actually really important. I have the schedule right here for the rest of the season. After tonight, we only have 4 more episodes. And I'm sorry I didn't say hello yet. We're going to get to that. I'm just very excited about this information. So tonight, Lasting Impressions, 2 weeks of reruns. Then we're back on April 11th with an episode called Sanctuary, which we are going to talk about a little bit later tonight in this episode, because I have stuff to say about it. I have stuff to reveal about it that I figured out with my Orville evangelist brain. But that episode is directed by Jonathan Frakes, so it's going to have Marina Sirtis, Tim Russ, all kinds of great guest stars in that episode. The next week will be April 18th. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is the name of that episode. I'm guessing it's time travel, because I know there's time travel coming up this season. And then the season finale is April 25th, The Road Not Taken. I have no details about that as of yet, but we'll get there, you guys. So, we'll get back more into this information later. I want to say hello to you guys. First off, thank you very much, Macro Death, sorry. Macro, I didn't mean to call you a real person's name. Macro Death.
Oh, wow. Sweet emotion.
Capsule full of Twinkies, roaches, and spam. Yum. I wouldn't doubt it. I hope, hopefully they're gonna make some jokes about 2015, which is great because we'll get back to regular puns about society as opposed to the puns that have taken over the last couple of years. So that's going to be nice. Hopefully they don't even allude to the state of things today, because we all kind of want an escape from the present. That's why we travel to the 24th century and sometimes in the past. That's always fun too. Great stuff. So you guys, let's see who is here. Let's see if oh, actually, let me rearrange the screen a little bit. I want to get your chats right in front of me. Now, the really awesome chats that you see on the screen is from this conversation on YouTube. It's not Twitch or anything like that. This is you guys talking, but I have the little extra window over here so I could see more of what you guys are saying and not just be limited to what's on screen. So, participants, thanks for coming in tonight, YouTube. We got 81, Mr. X, Bruce, Carissa Lee, Christina, David, the Beaumont resident, Dion, Markrav, Dr. Scott Giles, Eccleston's Angel, Eric with a K, everything under one banner, Felix Reinhardt, Frozen Owl, Furnace Prime, Future Spells, Geolaw 1, G-Pat L, Grumpy, WX, Herb Bluntman, It's Good, J.A. Dickey, JLP, John Rubino, Joseph Sosa, JRF, Juan Stefan, Ordonez, Villota. I'm sure I butchered that. Ken Wheeler, Kevin Scott 76, Lady Jennifer Snow, Macro Death, Mr. Tommy Pickles, Mr. Zen, Newman Gordon, Phil Galati, Randy Davis, Rick Healy, S.A. Stewart, Saberwolf, Shifty, SP4, and QD, Stephen Turner, the Fire Dragon, Tommy McGee, Tony 7487488A. I almost did it. You guys, thank you so much, and there's actually way more of you here. I could see in the Future Spells, what's up? More of you here in the chat than YouTube was telling me. You guys are lovely people. Now we're gonna watch. We watched it last week because we needed something to watch. We're gonna watch the teaser for tonight. The episode is 52 minutes away. Aaron Hall, thank you so much.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, you look like the guy who's on the list because you know the DJ.
Hey, JP, don't let Disney keep you down. Oh, I'm not. It's just Disney is going to be putting on some more rules, probably, or not. And also, when you're a content creator on the YouTubes, you never know what the rules are. The rules don't apply to everybody. Some channels you can do this, other channels you can do that, and not vice versa. It's a very unfair, what's the word I want to say, Wild West type of thing. But I keep that stuff in my mind when I'm editing. I don't want to do anything wrong. So it's a learning process, and it will always be that way. And I still don't mind Disney. I don't necessarily care about the business side, but the Imagineer side, I'm all about. So good on you, Disney. Come at me. I'm already at war with CBS. You want a part of this? So you guys, what are you guys excited about tonight with tonight's episode? It's a very strange episode. I mean, we don't really know what's going on, but it's very different. And you see the trailer and you see the clip that they put out yesterday, which we're going to play here. And I'm like, whoa, this is going to be very different. Also, you could see what they did with their extra, 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes that they get per episode. They were able to take their time with this clip here. Nerd of Anarchy says, Bortus won't sing till everyone has sung twice. Now, and that's the thing with this season. I know for a fact that we were told by an interview with one of the actors, I think it was with Peter Macon, that we will in fact find out this season whether or not Bortus can sing. And I hope he wasn't talking about that Geloja speech, that Geloja ceremony where it's like, I'll be done, boom, whatever that was, That doesn't count. I want to hear him sing, something off the karaoke list. Maybe Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. That'd be pretty sweet. Oh, you haven't seen the trailer yet, Shifty? Well, we're going to watch it here. Actually, we're going to watch it here in just a couple minutes. We'll see what else you guys have to say, and then we'll get to it. Because I want to get to that. I want to get to the clip, and I want to get to the stills that I have, which I should move my screen around a little bit so that's all prepared. Now I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stills to look at. I did have 7, which I will talk to you about those missing 2, but they were mistakenly given out by the show and then redacted. So I'll just talk about them, but I won't show them to you. I actually made it so that I can't show them to you, but I will talk to you about what's in them because the episode's going to air here in a minute. What's the point, right? So let's go ahead and... A Million Ways to Die in the Wild Wild West, John Rubino. Oh, by the way, A Million Ways to Die in the West, I think, was turned into a cool old-style Western novel. I mean, it's the movie, right? But it's like a novel or something like that. It's supposed to be pretty cool. Ooh, Future Spell says, hype for Yuri's Night. Yeah, I actually can't wait for that. That's going to be... I've never been to an event like that. Herb Bluntman says, don't make JP angry. Disney won't like him if he's angry. Are you listening, Mickey? Yeah, Mickey, come on, dude. I actually love Mickey Mouse, so let's just be cool, Mickey. No, I'm not going to do it. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movie say, I think Bortus sings counter tenor. John Rubino, what? You say Disney blocked 2 of those stills? Oh, gosh, I don't even know if it has to do with Disney. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But I don't think Disney would even care on this side. And actually, I don't even know why the show redacted the stills. They just show as much as any other stills they ever have. But I'll talk to you about them. Eccleston's Angel, I am feeling better, but my voice isn't quite back yet, and that makes my brain angry, because I don't like the way my voice sounds right now. It wasn't that great to begin with, but I'm not able to get my usual, you know, mojo going, because I can hear my own voice. Corey Kennedy, hey JP, if you were cast as a character on the Orville, what part would you want to play? Well, I'd want them to bring Cassius back and get back together with Kelly, and then have me play Cassius. That'd be great. Nerd of Anarchy. Hey, JP, this was reported 2 hours ago. Did this guy have a say in the Orville? What was reported 2 hours ago? Oh, yeah. Nerd of Anarchy's Fox Television President Greg Meidel out at Disney's Fox layoffs continue. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, my latest video that I put out like an hour ago, talking about the Disney Fox merger and Orville and all that stuff. They're possibly gonna have like 4,000 people laid off in Century City and Burbank, which are the two main places where all of our cool stuff is done. Like the Orville Fox Studios is in Century City, right next to the Century City Mall. And they do a lot of filming around there, actually, if you look at the episodes. I recognize a lot of places from the show because I used to work at the Century City Mall. Yeah, there's possibly going to be a lot of layoffs, but we don't know if that affects the Orville or affects all the little guys. I do have some good news I can share. I don't have a clip or anything like that because it's all promotional stuff, but I'll tell you about it here in a second. Dr. Scott Giles, JP, you've developed a great broadcasting voice. Well, thank you very much. Uh-oh, hold on. You jinxed me. Okay, you guys, we'll get back to the layoffs news. We don't know if it affects the Orville. I see good signs for the Orville, but let me go ahead and we're going to watch the new trailer now. Let me just turn off the background music. And so this is tonight's episode, a little teaser. Just as usual, they don't give you too much information. But I'm thinking there's some shenanigans going on in this episode. Listen to that piano music. Ready? And here we go. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong button. And here we go.
Hey, guys. Would you want to go to a party with me?
Sure. Whose party?
It's Laura's.
In 2 weeks,
I've never met anybody like you.
there's a
Leighton
mysterious
Meester.
love aboard the Orville.
Would you care to explain?
What do you mean?
The Orville, all new in 2 weeks on Fox.
So you guys, you hear that piano? It's like boom, boom, mystery, Twilight Zone stuff going on. I'm thinking that, okay, Gordon falls in love with this character on the environmental simulator. Ed and Kelly are like, what's going on, dude? That's not normal. Maybe she's got some sort of power over him, and she's trying to use him to infiltrate the ship because maybe she's an entity or something like that. Or maybe Gordon being, you know, we know that Gordon's been feeling alone this season and, you know, kind of losing himself a little bit, trying to get back who he is. Maybe he just legit falls in love with a hologram and doesn't think it's weird because Claire fell in love with a robot, like not even a cyborg, like a robot, a literal smart toaster, okay? So maybe he's like, yeah, what's the big deal? So maybe there's that vibe going on. But also, that seems like just one of the storylines. There's got to be another storyline going on in this episode. What the Orville usually does, most shows usually do, is they give you a teaser that deals with one aspect of the episode and completely leave out the rest of the episode. And then hopefully, maybe those two separate things come together and, you know, end up affecting each other, which would be a great way to do it. That's how, you know, Star Trek used to do it. And I have a clip from tonight's episode. You're not going to want to watch this if you don't want any spoilers. Though this isn't a spoiler, it's just a really long 2.5, 3-minute scene. I almost might not even play the whole thing, which you'll understand why, because it's just a performance that's going to happen in tonight's episode. Because you never know, it might get my video demonetized or something like that. So we might just watch it for a little bit. But I do have a link to that full clip down in the description. Hey there, hey little Link, how you doing? Leighton Meester's full performance. That's always available down there for you guys if you want to check out the full to do over and over again, which you might want to do because I've done that. Oh, John Rubino says maybe it's all in his mind and no one else sees her. Oh, that's sweet too. And also, I'm guessing, here's what I'm guessing, is that they find this time capsule and they use the environmental simulator to recreate what's in that time capsule. Because I do know that we're going to be in more places than just this bar. Or maybe Gordon, because Gordon likes making programs in the environmental simulator. Perhaps he takes the information and recreates this thing with the information of people that's, you know, in the time capsule. Because time capsules are always like, hi, I'm so-and-so, and this is what I put in the time capsule. So maybe it's something like that. And he falls in love with the recreation of the character from the time capsule. What? Keep score, you guys, because we're going to find out if I'm right tonight. Maybe some kind of mental disorder, says Mr. Tommy Pickles. I wouldn't put it past Gordon to have some mental issues. Newman Gordon says maybe Gordon takes her on a skiing trip like he did on the Next Generation episode, Evolution. What you guys doing talking about Enterprise? We saved that for at least the half-hour point. Cheyenne, JP's #1 fan. Hey, JP, I'm so sorry I wasn't here earlier. I had a stupid book report to finish up. I'm here now. Well, thanks for coming by, Cheyenne, because you are JP's #1 fan. The show would not be the same without you. Seriously. Star Trek Nitpickers, Egotastic Awesome Time. Oh, totally. Dr. Scott Giles says, I'm glad that Gordon's character is being fleshed out more. It would be interesting to know how such a laid-back guy got to be such a disciplined and excellent pilot. Yeah, and he goes back and forth, just like all of us. We might be, like when I was at my job, I was very meticulous about my job, super high standards. People were afraid of me almost because of, like, I'm like, you better listen to what I'm telling you type of thing. And then when I get home, I'm like just super laid back. When I go out, I'm just, hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Because that's how you got to be. There's different sides to us. We are complicated people, you guys. What's up, Crystal? How you doing? Marco Buzin. And in the last 5 minutes, Alara comes back. Okay. With tonight's episode. Okay, seems to me like Gordon has a holographic girlfriend in Leighton Meester, Laura. But I do know that Gordon is supposed to have a holographic girlfriend this season. I think it might be just a small part of this episode, maybe before he meets Laura, where he has a famous actress girlfriend that we will recognize who plays herself. So maybe that starts off as like the little joke, and then we get into like the serious relationship. Maybe his famous holographic girlfriend actress stands him up in the environmental simulator, which would be hilarious if he gets stood up by a hologram and he meets Laura instead. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Frank Alfani says, hey JP, sorry I got here late. I was watching your other video from earlier today. Not even that much earlier. That was like from an hour ago. I had to bust that one out, you guys. Tony 748748A says could be Isaac in drag. You never know. We know Isaac can wear mini masks in the simulator. Gopi Thaw says this one sounds like a Barkley episode. I think you mean broccoli episode. Yeah, the holodeck stuff. We haven't ever had a real good holodeck episode, and holodeck episodes were some of my favorite. Was my favorite episodes from TNG and even Voyager as well. So it's nice that we're finally getting a full episode that's a holodeck episode. Kevin Scott 76.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, you look like the guy who's on the list because you know the DJ.
That's right. I love that clip, by the way. Hi from Rocket City. I can see the Saturn I rocket from my front yard. Adds a sense of reality to sci-fi. Yuri's night is here too. Oh, nice. Awesome. Kevin Scott going to be enjoying his own Yuri's night. Lieutenant Broccoli, says Joel Diaz. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and watch the clip from tonight's episode. I don't think I'm going to play the whole thing because I don't want to get this thing demonetized, but we'll see because sometimes I don't care. I don't care about all that monetization all the time. Holla at your boy, JP. How you feeling, bro? I'm feeling good, Shadow. Thank you very much. All right, so here is a full clip of something we're going to see tonight in the episode. And it's not the usual scene, if you don't know what I'm talking about already. Ladies and gentlemen, Leighton Meester. Damn it, I hit the wrong button again. Let me try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, Leighton Meester.
To write a book about the way you act and look, but I haven't got
Gordon's sitting in the audience.
Words are always getting in my way. Anyway, I love you.
Key change.
It's all I have to tell you.
Anybody recognize what movie this song's from? I'll give you a sound drop if you guess.
I'd like to make a speech about the love that touches me, but stumbling I'd make you laugh. Feel as though my tongue were made of clay.
Lord Loke, LOC.
Anyway, I love you. That's all I have to tell you.
Close, Eric, with a K, not Expendables.
I am not a girl of poetry. Music isn't one with me. It runs from me. It runs from me.
Alright, you guys, I don't want to play the whole thing. You can watch the rest of this song tonight in the episode. But that song is, I don't see anybody put the movie in there, so I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, let me look. I'm scanning. What's up, Malcolm Reynolds? Okay, that song, yeah. Beef Viper says, don't know the movie. Read it Simon or Garfunkel or something? Close. Bob Quigley is right. It's Art Garfunkel. And it's one of his solo songs that that's on the movie soundtrack for The Last Unicorn. Jaloja. I actually like her. I'm actually a Simon and Garfunkel fan as well as a Cannibal Corpse fan. But anyway, I really like Leighton Meester's version of that. Larry Peterson says, "Cool song. Now pass the blow." Yeah, sometimes I'm just in that mood for that coffee house vibe because it helps me, cools me down a little bit, stops me from killing people, and makes my times a little bit more mellow-tastic fun time. Bob Quigley says, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Now, here's what I'm wondering. Does that song have some sort of relevance? Does the lyrics have some sort of relevance? Because, you know, the Orville does that. They'll have a song in there, but that song has some sort of relevance to the story. I don't know what the relevance would be in this case. I guess we'll just have to find out and see. Of course, after the episode airs, when I start doing my research, I'll really dissect the lyrics and as well as the story and see if I can make some connections. Oh, Saberwolf, good point. The Great Holodeck episode is the Bortus porno program. Very good point, Saberwolf. How did I forget that? But I mean, really, besides the virus, it wasn't affecting the rest of the ship. It was just affecting Bortus. So hopefully this is a holodeck thing where it's affecting affecting what's going on, affecting, besides a porn virus. Brian Dawkins, thank you very much. Let's see here.
Now entering.
No, I want to do a different one.
Oh, wow. Sweet emotion.
Got to give you a sweet emotion there, Brian Dawkins. Hey, JP, here's another toss of giving you all my money. Let's see here. You're part of the A-team now, Brian Dawkins. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Michael Wells says, and it sounded like it was in the key of A major. We shall find out, you guys. Gobi Thaw says, Gordon is going to do it donkey style in the simulator. Yeah, Rick Healy says Primal Urges. That's right. That was the name of the episode where Bortus was getting a lot more than donkey style. He was getting his daily injections in the simulator. Eccleston's Angel says, thanks, Herb. I'm totally into Simon and Garfunkel. I thought it sounded like an Artie Garfunkel song. Yeah, and I'm a fan of Garfunkel, but I still like hers better. I mean, I prefer Simon. Paul Simon. But of course, love me some Art Garfunkel. Frozen Owl says, oh, this isn't Twitch? No, this is a style that I created. The chat there is, I don't stream 2 platforms at once because that dilutes what's going on. It's not fair to who's watching on either side. When we're on YouTube together, we are on YouTube together, you guys. If we're on Twitch together, we're on Twitch together. I don't want anything being half-assed, you know. Don't half-ass 2 things, whole-ass 1 thing. Oh, man, good one. Jay Donaldson says, part of the A-team, like Lieutenant Broccoli. Oh, man. Was that Murdoch? Ben Warwick says, what time is it over there and what time does it start? My time, it's 7:30 right now, so the episode actually starts at 8 o'clock, but we stream as long as we stream. I try to we usually end 8:30-ish, usually hopefully around 8:20-ish, because I don't want to go too long, because I do want to get it all set up where I get the episode available to me. I watch it, I start putting my thoughts together. I got to do my card time video tomorrow. Which I'm glad the Orville, one thing I'm glad about with the Orville almost being done is it's almost that time of year where I have to retire Egotastic card time for the year because it gets to be way too hot outside. Larry Peterson says, JP, why didn't the crew release the porn virus on the Kalon? Well, I don't think they had the opportunity, but I think that, you know, get the porn virus a little bit with the Isaac's subroutine effects from Claire, put those together into a super Claire porn virus, and release that onto the unleash that onto the Kalon. Maybe they'll still do that. I don't know if we're going to get back to the Kalon this season. I would think it'd have to be addressed in some way, right? That there's still a threat out there. They need to remind everybody that there's a threat out there, the Kalon. So maybe they'll have a little cliffhanger that's not necessarily story related, but maybe, hey, the Kalon are planning something, and then see you next year, hopefully. Hashtag renew the Orville. War is upon you says, hey JP, when's the next Egotastic game stream? Possibly tomorrow. Actually, I gotta come up with a new game. We just finished the storyline for Shadows of the Tomb Raider, so I gotta do a new game. Also, I gotta do some, I might do a stream first on the YouTube gaming channel. I just got to figure that out. Just need time to breathe. You know, I'm going to be doing that stuff a few times a week, a little bit here every once in a while. But once the Orville is done airing and I don't have to spend 3 days doing a review every week, then, you know, there'll be plenty of time to fill that stuff in. But yeah, hopefully sometime tomorrow is the plan, if not later tonight. I do got to figure it out. I'm actually really enjoying our streams, you guys. They're a lot of fun. Frozen Owl.
Yeah, I like that.
No, you need another one.
Love is the fish hook that hooks the fish.
Thank you so much, Frozen Owl. Hey, JP, any news on the rumor of Quentin Tarantino Trek movie R-rated? I forgot to look into that. I was talking to one of you guys a day or two ago about the new Tarantino Trek movie. I don't personally have any news on it, but I didn't look yet. I'm actually kind of excited about the fact that Bill and Ted 3 starts filming. I was going to do a video about that today before my identity video got blocked, and I did a video about that instead. Hopefully tomorrow I'll do a quick video about Bill and Ted 3 starting filming this summer and their release date. But no, I need to look into Quentin Tarantino's Trek movie. And actually, when it comes to Tarantino, when they first announced it, I was like, no, don't you mess with Star Trek. But now that the official owners of Star Trek are straight up messing with Star Trek, let other people make Star Trek now. Let's just see what happens. At least it's not going to be a big franchise. Let's see what Tarantino can do, because he can't do any worse, right? And he'll probably do better, I'm assuming. Maybe he'll give us the Christopher Pike movie. We don't have to have Kirk. Sean Marrero.
Just a walk in the park, Kazansky.
You're the man, JP. Well, thank you very much, Sean. You are the man as well. We are both the mans. Sean, again, what?
All right, buddy. Time to wash your mouth out with Gordon.
And again, Sean Marrero, you are the man. Star Trek Nitpickers, who would know, says it's all but confirmed, Tarantino. Nice. Yeah, if it was confirmed, I would have known that, because that'd be plastered all over my feeds. But yeah, once we get details about that, of course, we're going to be covering the whole thing. I'm actually looking forward to covering other Star Trek besides Discovery. And in fact, I'm sure that we're going to be having more and more stuff to cover, because they have, once Discovery season is over, they're going to have to keep the excitement going, so they're going to have tons of news coming out, right? CBS will, because they got to try to get them subscribers. I think CBS is going to have a much better time getting subscribers to their Greed streaming app with Twilight Zone reboot, because you can't mess up the Twilight Zone. Every episode is a new universe. They just can't mess up. You know, if they mess up, if the episodes suck, which I don't think they are, because we're talking Jordan Peele, it's not going to take away from all those old episodes, which are one of my favorite shows. Oh, dude, Lord LOC says, I'm still waiting for that Quantum Leap reboot or continuation. Never going to happen, though, apparently. Now, why will it never happen? I mean, it might never happen where they get Scott Bakula and all that stuff, but you could do a reboot. Or I would rather have a continuation that takes place, you know, the torch is passed on to somebody else type of deal. Oh, Tarantino wants to remake yesterday's Enterprise. Now, wasn't yesterday's Enterprise also played around with alternate reality stuff? All this multiverse stuff. I allow it for a movie that's off-brand movie, because that's great, because then you can totally forgive everything. I would just like, it would be so nice to get something that's from the canon universe. Which is why we love the Orville. The Orville, you guys. Lasting impressions tonight. We're getting our jam. The Orville is our Star Trek jam. It's our sci-fi utopian future jam, but it's its own thing, which I totally love. And I think the Orville, in many respects, does some of the stuff that Star Trek was trying to do. The Orville does it better. Let's look at a couple pictures from tonight's episode. I got 5 to look at and 2 to explain, because they were redacted by production. Al B, what? You get a... And you get... Thank you so much, Al B. So when do you think we will see the new metal badges on the Orville? Well, they already have the new metal badges. They have metal badges on there. Or do you mean like for sale? Because also they're for sale as well. I don't know if there's officially licensed ones, but I do see Orville badges for sale. I bet you they have them for sale. But I don't know. The uniforms, ever since episode 4, has had metal badges. Oh, but let's look at so tonight, like I said, they're going to be opening a time capsule. I'm very interested to see how they get their hands on this time capsule. Why does the Orville, out there in space somewhere, in a quadrant with stars and stuff like that, get their hands on a time capsule from 2015? So apparently there's a copy of USA Today, back when there was more than one story to read about in the news, which is very nice. Now here's Ed and Kelly looking, I don't know if they're looking at Gordon, wondering what the heck's wrong with Gordon, or maybe they might be looking at Bortus and Clyden, which we'll see here why in a minute, but I don't know for sure. I would think it has to do with Gordon. And thank you, Gobi Thoth. We'll get right to you here in a minute. Here is Leighton and Gordon chilling out in what looks like an apartment. So we're out of the club. We're in an apartment. They're having a conversation together. I don't know what's up with this. But we got different locations going on in this simulation. I assume it's a simulation. Now we have Bortus and Clyden not only attend couples therapy with Claire, but apparently they get couples checkups. So I'm very interested to see why they're both getting checked up together, being that they're both on the table. Bortus eating a tamale. I'm guessing that with bubblegum in it. Maybe some rice. We'll see what he's going on there. He's definitely unhappy. I'm guessing he's having a conversation with Clyden, and they're not getting along, as per usual. Here's just a cool picture of Tharl. This doesn't have to do with the episode. It's just behind the scenes. And I think that's all I got right now. And then, of course, Laura, played by Leighton Meester. So those are the pictures from tonight. Before I keep going forward, let's thank a very wonderful person here.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about.
It's true, he was just talking about that.
Thank you, Gobi Thoth. Tarantino's version of Star Trek will be like the YouTube spoof of 9 Inch Nails Closer. Oh, man, probably. One of you said the other day, I think it was during the Twitch stream, do you see a sign on my door that says Dead Vulcan Storage? You know a ton of Tarantino Star Trek jokes are going to be coming out, right? Pulp Fiction jokes, right? AJP, do you think the Fox Disney deal will have any effect on our chances of finally getting the Orville on Blu-ray? Love your channel and best of luck for the future. Okay, this is something we need to talk about. That was Ben Barbosa, by the way. Thank you very much for that. Bringing that up, Ben. We have to get a Blu-ray, right? I think they're holding off making us wait a long time because Tom Constantino is saying this a lot lately, and part of my brain's like, well, why is this coming up so much all of a sudden? And I think it has to do with the merger, and I think it has to do with the model. He keeps saying the Orville is a streaming show that happens, a streaming style format that airs on television. As opposed to the other way around. And I'm like, no, it's just a TV show. I don't get it. I mean, of course, he said it costs more, but lots of big shows cost more, right? It takes longer to make, of course, because it's an amazing show. They really take their time with it, which we all appreciate. All that stuff, it doesn't really make sense to me as far as streaming platform goes. But of course, you would know. But the Orville does very well with streaming, like on Hulu and stuff like that. They do very, very well. Very good numbers. That's why they're on Hulu. I guess Fox owns Hulu or something like that. Now Disney owns Fox, which owns Hulu. And Disney is wanting to get into this streaming stuff, right? Everybody wants to get into this streaming stuff. CBS. You greedy bastards. Anyway, so Disney wants to get into the streaming service. They're going to have the new Disney streaming app coming out. Hopefully the Orville doesn't go there. They keep it on Hulu. So maybe strategically the show production is like really building up this streaming side of things to make them more palatable, more exciting to Disney. So I'm hoping that's what's happened. But also just today, a new Fox, hey, this is our channel, this is so great, let me see what the wording is here. Sizzle reel. Fox Entertainment came out with a sizzle reel today. Lays out programming slate and post Disney merger sizzle reel. So this is, to appeal to Disney or the new format that they're going to. So they have the sizzle reel that's really cool. It's awesome. It shows all these clips from a show. And it's like, hey, we're the new Fox. We're awesome. We're cool. And they're showing, The Masked Singer, whatever other shows that they play, tons of Empire, and they had tons of Orville in there. So it seems like the Orville is part of their vision. for the channel, because there are rumors, of course, that the Orville has already been renewed for not only Season 3, but with options for 4 and 5. Of course, that's not official as of yet. It seems very prudenticular that the Orville has been waiting for their announcement to be after this merger deal, because the whole merger stuff's going on. Maybe it just made better sense to just wait. So, or maybe that's part of the deal that they made. Fox and Disney are like, let us have our glory first, and then we'll settle the aftermath afterwards. So, and now, of course, we do know they're going to be doing tons of layoffs, Disney and Fox at the studios, almost 4,000 people possibly. I'm hoping that has nothing to do, no effect on the Orville. There's a huge chance that they could be firing people and then, you know, filling up the shows that they want to rely on, right? Hopefully the Orville is one of those shows. It really seems like it is, because the Orville has something none of the other shows have, and Disney understands this, just like CBS wishes they understood this. Merchandise. The Orville, more than any other show, except for maybe The Simpsons, but even The Simpsons aren't that big anymore as far as selling stuff. The Orville, trading cards, comic books, t-shirts, toys. It's all about toys, right? Disney understands all of that. So I really think the Orville is a great get for Disney. So hopefully what Disney does is they just start just bleeding cash and, you know, stuff onto the Orville, so that we'll get not only, you know, continue to get amazing episodes, but get more episodes, more seasons, more adventures in the 24th century, or 25th century, or the 24th century, 25th century, and just have egotastic Orville times for years and years and years to come. Conventions that aren't just like Comic-Con conventions, but like, oh, the Orville convention. Did you go to Ocon this year? Yes, we went to Ocon. By the way, I have a friend named Ocon, so you might appreciate that. We got to go to Ocon, get the VIP passes, all that good stuff for years and decades. And, well, let's just start with decades. We won't worry about centuries as of yet. Daisy Blossom Barrett, thank you so much.
Just a walk in the park, Kazansky.
I love your videos. Very pleased to catch your live stream. Well, I'm very glad to have you here, Daisy, because you're Daisy if you do. Doc Holliday, what? Sure you never heard that before. Yeah, Larry Peterson says, feel sorry for the 4,000. Absolutely. First off, where they're living, I've lived there. That's where I'm from. Los Angeles, Century City, Burbank, all that stuff. So dang expensive and hard to get work. So hopefully everybody is able to, you know, get jobs. It's a very expensive place. These people have families. They're not actors. They're not producers. They're people that have regular jobs that just so happen to be in, you know, making entertainment. But they're still regular people that get up in the morning, put on their shoes, have a hard time paying their bills, get annoyed at their kids because their kids are so annoying. Because you know how kids are, right? And, you know, hopefully they land on their feet, or they don't have the rug pulled out from under them. That'd be nice. Why are they firing all these people? Didn't they have a merger and everything's great now? Shouldn't everybody be getting raises? Shouldn't 4,000 people be getting raises? That's what I'm saying. Frozen Owl says the Orville is the only regular TV network show I watch. ABC, CBS, NBC, CW, all crap these days. I pick and choose. I'm very big on NBC comedies. Of course, I just watch anything that has anything to do with Michael Schur. So, you know, anything having to do with Parks and Rec, The Office. Now Brooklyn Nine-Nine is over there. And I still like a couple of ABC comedies, mostly Modern Family, but the other stuff I'm kind of not as excited about anymore. And the CW, I actually like what the CW is doing. It's a very specific audience. I only allow myself to watch The Flash, and even The Flash gets ridiculous, but it's a comic book stuff. Any of the stories that take place on The Flash, or any of those shows that if that same exact story took place in a comic, you'd be totally on board with it. But they put the comics on the screen. The silliness of the comics put on screen. So it's pretty cool. I love The Flash. Pesky Krogan says, hey, JP, do you think the merger is the reason they haven't announced the next season renewal of the Orville? Yes, I think there's a good chance. They wanted to wait for that, which made sense, because also they still have to, there's new bosses in town. They need to endear themselves. Production needs to endear themselves to the mouse and let them know, hey, we are something that you're going to want to keep on and actually help us build, because we are, we're going to do better for Disney than Empire's going to do for Disney. You know, Empire's got a, you know, a shelf life, you know, just like any show like that does. The Orville is something that universe can keep going on and on and on. And it's actually, you know, great. If Disney doesn't see that, which I think they probably do, you know, it kind of fits into the whole Marvel excitement, sci-fi, superhero, you know, there's all these different schools, there's all these different areas of that type of entertainment, and the Orville fits that better than just about anything else on Fox. People aren't going to be buying the Masked Singer t-shirts. Dave Pugh, that's a good question. Did you ever see Supernatural? Yeah, the first couple seasons, and then after about season 40, I was like, okay, I can't watch any more of this. So no, I don't watch Supernatural anymore, but good on Supernatural. Every year when they get renewed, I'm like, that's amazing that they get renewed. I have no desire to watch it, but I don't hate the show. I think it's great, and people that love it, that's great too. I'm always get a smile on my face when I see that they get renewed. I'm like, oh my God, that's incredible. They shouldn't be on that long. Nobody should, but if people are watching it, go ahead. Larry Peterson, thanks, JP, about the 4,000 mention. I know what it's like to get swallowed up. No pun intended. Geolaw says, I'm your Huckleberry. Mike G, dabble into any anime? JP, love the name. Was it Angry Krogan? Awesome. No, I don't really pay attention to anime anymore. Of course, there was that little bit of stuff way back in the day. I never really got into it. You know, a little bit of, was it Vampire Hunter D? I'm forgetting all the names. But yeah, I appreciate anime. I just can't keep track of it. There's just too much stuff to keep track of. I'm a Hanna-Barbera type of guy. No, anime is great. I love the Animatrix. Did you guys watch the Animatrix? I used to watch that over and over again when it came out. And let me just want to make sure, because the Orville starts in 11 minutes, you guys. So as you guys are heading out to watch it in your time zone, for those of you that have it available, get my attention any way you can. We're going to give you a send-off, say goodbye, and Potato Gun says, greetings and love to JP, and, you know, we'll send you off, say, go watch the Orville. Hopefully spoilers don't come back into the chat as it starts to air. I'll be hopefully watching the episode by 9 o'clock, I'm hoping, so I can get back to it. Now, if things go well, I mean, I'm super delayed in getting my stuff at home done today because I was working on those videos and then getting ready for the live show, which of course is, you know, what we do. Cowboy Bebop, Rod Pruitt. Maybe I'll do a game stream today on the YouTube channel, maybe Twitch. I don't know. Don't hold me to anything, you guys. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll be sad after I watch the Orville, because tonight is the last episode of the Orville for 2 more weeks. Now, of course, you can watch a rerun next week of Identity 1. Week after that, Identity 2. But then the 3rd week from now, we will be finishing out the last 3 episodes consecutively, thank goodness. So we'll be getting those last 3 episodes. I won't be doing a live show on April 4th for the Identity Part 2 rerun, but we will be doing one next Thursday for Identity Part Uno. What? Fishbird Double D says, what's going to happen in this episode? I don't know, but I think Gordon's falling in love with the holodeck character, and I'm guessing there's some weird shenanigans going on, like it's an entity that took over the holodeck, or the computer went nuts, and everybody's in danger, or Gordon's in danger, something's going on, and something's going to also go on with Bortus and Clyden, which maybe that'll... oh, we got to talk about the next new episode, the Jonathan Frakes episode coming up in 2 weeks, which I'll tell you about here in a second. I do have some spoilers. Now, these are spoilers that I came up with my brain, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But I'll let you guys know about that. JLP. Egotastic FunTime. Wait, let's give you... let's see what else we got. A-Team. You're part of the A-Team. JP, are you a Halo fan? Oh, man. Halo 1 and 2, especially Halo 1. I was all over that back in the day when they were brand new. Me and my friends, this is, of course, back when you had to have LAN parties and you had to hook up your Xboxes together. And we'd have big Halo parties. We even had it on big screens. One of us was in a theater. The other one of us was in a smaller theater. And we had our two teams playing against each other. Took a lot of wires. But I haven't followed Halo so much, you know, all the newer ones for the last many years. Paul Purdy says, well, I can't watch tonight live. I'm about to clock into work. No, Paul Purdy. Star Trek nitpickers, we'll miss you then, JP. I'll try to do something. Maybe we'll do a live show earlier in the week, that week that I'll be gone. Because I'm leaving Thursday morning, like at 4 in the morning. So, you know, we could do Monday, Tuesday, maybe something Wednesday. I do got to get ready on Wednesday, though. But we'll see. I'll still try to pop in. And, of course, you know, I'll have content available. Content will be coming out the whole time I'm gone. And I'll be popping in with, you know, maybe Egotastic Road Time videos. So yeah, the crew, oh, also, I can't remember who asked, tonight's episode, the crew opened a time capsule from 2015. I'm very interested to find out where they get that time capsule from. Alfred Newman's just repeated, is just saying that as well. They opened a time capsule in 2015. I just checked the TV listing. Eccleston's Angel. I'm trying to get the song in my head. I know it sticks. It's like, the news is out. They finally found me. Something like that. Can't get it in my head because I have my background music. Dr. Scott Giles says, JP is my hero. So is Gordon and Yoffett. Well, it should be Gordon, Yoffett, and then maybe me. Those two first, though. Randy Davis, show JP some donation love. Night, sweet prince, until we meet again. Some Orville channels. Same Orville channel, same Orville time. Yes, next week of definitely different Orville time. The week after that, though. But, you know, I'll update you guys later. Don't worry about that now. Don't put that in your brains right now. Geolaw, thank you so much.
People like Star Wars.
I almost forgot to give you all my money. Give me all your money. Thank you very much, Geolaw. I appreciate that. Hey, Axonar, what's going on? What you doing, man? Axonar says, hey, JP. And by saying, hey, JP, they're saying, hey, everybody else. PRDE so, Pride so. JP, please don't ever give up Egotastic sitting on the throne time. Well, I'm definitely going to give up Egotastic card time for a little bit in a couple weeks here. After I think we'll be fine throughout the rest of the Season 2 playthrough, but then it'll start getting way too hot and I can't do it anymore. I have to wait for the summer to be over. And the summer's a long time away. Eric with a K. No, let's give you something a little bit more edgy, Eric with a K. JP, glad you're doing well. May the Kelly watch over you. Love you. Bye-bye. Well, thank you, Eric with a K. May Avis guide your path always. Now, okay, so we talked about tonight's episode. Of course, we're going to have a lot more to talk about after we watch it. By the way, 4 more minutes until the new episode begins to air. You guys, Kevin Scott says, you need a green screen car. I could do that. I have a green screen. I just got so sick of dealing with green screens. James Thompson says, hey, JP, whatever became of the Patrick Stewart episode? I thought we were supposed to get. Yeah, it turns out that must have been a rumor. Somebody was messing around because it was actually on IMDb, and that was one of the first things that led me to believe, and this is something I repeat all the time to you guys. IMDb is not reliable. Sometimes you can figure out stuff. It might not be right. Like I have some information I found out on IMDb about the Orville's, about the next episode, the Jonathan Frakes episode. That's actually, that piece of info is in another episode's information, because stuff gets mixed around, or stuff's wrong, or stuff gets put on there and then removed. Because also IMDb, just like Wikipedia, can be updated by anybody. So lots of stuff gets put on there and then the official people have to remove it. So it's very tough. Are you guys starting to go? Let's see who's going here. Get my attention. Exploring Fate says, so later everyone, bye-bye. So we'll get the goodbyes going, and then I'll get back to the Jonathan Frakes episode. T-Bone subbed Carissa Lee. Axonar at Eccleston's Angel. It is raining so hard here, I have to crank the volume just to hear JP. Dang, I hate it when it rains super hard. I don't mind it when it rains as long as I have no reason to go outside. Alright, Anthony Lee, go watch the Orville. Praise hurts and it's Orville time. Pooh Bear with me, says. Saberwolf has to wait another hour for the show. Geolaw, CBS wouldn't allow Picard on the Orville. Now this, of course, the Picard being on there happened, the rumor happened way before they even approached Patrick Stewart to do the new show. But now that he is signed on to do the new show, don't expect it. But also, Patrick Stewart can do whatever the hell he wants. He has that type of power. So as long as he's being respectful to the CBS stuff, I'm sure he could go on there and do something if he wanted. At least a voiceover. Be an alien. Ooh, Brian Dawkins. I don't mind this spoiler because it's Star Trek. It doesn't matter. It's not that big of a spoiler. On Disco, they got the right angel. That reminds me, I got to watch Disco tonight too. I'm so worried because, you know, we know how we feel about Disco, right? But also, I am kind of interested to see what they come up with as far as the mystery goes. But also, I have no doubt that it'll just be super disappointing, though it might not be. I would be interested. I would be surprised if it's not disappointing. So hopefully it's not disappointing because I love being surprised. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me mute my microphone because I got a cough. I hate being sick, you guys. All right, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. Got to go, JP. Almost time for Orville. Good night, everyone, says Carissa Lee. Later, JP. Great show tonight, John Kohler says. Anson Mount has free time on his hands, J.A. Dickey says. Hey, JP, you got to go watch the Orville. Love ya, JP. Later, dude. Later, Sean Marrero. Thank you so much for your super chats. John Rubino says, I'm glad I got to join your pre-show explosion twice this season. I'm off to watch the show. Long live and prosper. Or live long and prosper. I totally just messed that up. I was talking too fast. Live long and prosper, John Rubino. Appreciate you showing up. Geolaw's off to see the show. Yeah, Jim Young. Patrick Stewart was a regular on Family Guy and American Dad. Don't forget. Even more regular on American Dad. John Hill says, okay, it's time. It's Orville time, you guys. Jared Lors says, the Red Angel means be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Ovaltine? A crummy commercial? Dr. Scott Giles, watching the Orville is a similar experience to watching Star Trek, the original series, for the first time. Nice, yeah, exciting, right? It's been a long time since we've had this type of excitement, this type of, you know, experience watching a show from this type of genre. T-Bone says, JP, I thumbed up your stream earlier at like 5 o'clock when you put up the premiere. I know you did, T-Bone, and you're telling other people to do it too. I appreciate that, T-Bone. You're awesome. Herb Blutman at Axonar. Damn it, Doyle. Me too. Future Spell said, had a blast, JP. Burrito time. All right, you get out there. Oh, God, I want a burrito so bad. I don't have any burrito makings. Oh, Joel Meyer says, excited for the trading cards. Yeah, those are next month. I want to get the trading cards. I'm going to get some trading cards. I'd love to get a box. But they're $100, man. I'm not rich. But I'm going to see what I can buy. I don't want to get... You can buy the whole set. I don't want to do that. That's not what trading cards are for me. I haven't gotten trading cards since I was a kid, but as I remember, because I used to get those I collected all the Marvel cards and some baseball cards, but that was more forced upon me. I'm not very good at caring about sports ball, but I collected the Marvel cards. I loved it. Garbage Pail Kids, of course, love that. Cabbage Patch Kids cards are great too, you guys. What's up, Rob Crawford? They're coming out next month, so I'm going to buy whatever many I can afford that's, you know, reasonable. I don't want to just waste money. I don't want to buy the set, which is available to do. I want to get the packs, open them up, see what I get, and put them together, because that's how you do trading cards. And, you know, we'll trade them and stuff, you guys. We'll see if we can all buy packs and then see how many sets we can make out of them. Love you too, T-Bone. See you later. All right, Natasha Sinna. It's on. All right, go ahead and watch it, Natasha. Potato Guns, Thursday, Schmurz Day. It's Orville Day. That's true. Sports Ball, Potato Gun says. Rob Crawford tweeted this event. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't wait. You know, next month I'm gonna be getting those cards, and maybe I'll just do an unboxing. I don't do unboxing videos, but we'll do some unboxing Orville card videos, and we'll see what we get. Okay, that should be a lot of fun, I think. J.A. Dickey says, "Live long and prosper, y'all." Seth rules. CBS is almost a disco duck phenom. Gobi Thaw says, "Is the trading card thing going to be a game?" I don't think so. It's more like baseball cards, I'm pretty sure. And these are Rittenhouse cards. Apparently, people that know say Rittenhouse cards are the best. These are going to be amazing. And also, each box, is that the word that I want? Like a box of them? I don't know what the terms are. I don't have it in front of my face. But every box comes with like 2 autograph cards. Rob Crawford says, "Hey JP, I'll go in a quarter on the cards with you." I'll think about that. Now I might just go ahead and order just that full box. Just a full box. Maybe I'll order a crate. I think it's like $1,000. I'll order a crate and then sell them. I'll just create my own store. Ooh, that's good. Joel Meyer says, "I found them for $69 a box." Yeah, please send me a link some way, somehow, Joel. I'd rather pay that. Oh, Professor Challenger, when it comes to the Orville stuff, we're going to do unboxings. All the products, the toys, because I'm going to be buying toys. I don't know if I can afford all the toys, but toys, Funkos when they eventually come, hopefully someday. The cards, the comic book. Well, the comic book, when that comes out in the summer, July 17th, I believe it is, I'm going to, of course, do a video about that, but I'm going to do a review of the comic book, just like I do reviews of an episode. So, actually, this summer, we'll be getting, in between the seasons here, we'll be getting at least 4 Talking the Orville official reviews, but it'll be of the comic book stories instead. One second, I got a coffee, guys. Excuse me. Man, I can't wait to stop having any symptoms of being sick. Do I have any liquid? I have a little bit of liquid. Soothe my throbbing throat, because it hurts when I swallow. Okay, so now that it's just us here, everybody else is watching the episode of the Orville, which they should be doing, but if you can't watch it, stick with me. The next all-new episode of the Orville is on April 11th. After tonight, and that's the episode 12, directed by Jonathan Frakes himself. It's an episode called Sanctuary, and let me just read the little, I can probably just paraphrase it, but let me read it. In Sanctuary, directed by Jonathan Frakes. Oh, hold that thought, everybody. Thank you so much, Jared Lors. Which will be more rare, Alara Katan or Talakiali trading cards? P.S. What's up with the Disney copyright block? I don't know what's up with that. I was within the same realm of videos that I always do when I show clips. I don't know, but anyway, I just learned a little lesson because the same rules don't apply for all channels, so it's always a guessing game. But thank you very much, Jared Lors. I'm not gonna let it hold me back. I'll just keep tweaking the way I do things. I think Alara Katan will be more rare. No. Talakiali will be more rare because it won't exist. The trading cards are Season 1 trading cards. This is not all encompassing of both seasons. These are Season 1. So all the autographs are from characters from Season 1. They even got the scary clown from Firestorm to do autographs. They got everybody. Seth MacFarlane finally got signed on to do autographs. So there will be no Talakiali cards, I don't believe, because these are officially Season 1 cards. So which means that they'll probably be doing Season 2 cards eventually as well, right? J.A. Dickey says, JP is losing his voice. Heal the cold. Soothe thy pipes in the interim. Yes, I know. No, this is fine. I think at this point, because I've been saving my voice, I think it's probably just better just to knock it out. Just get some calluses built up. You know, build up a resistance to the effects of being sick to death. Rob Carver says, are you going away with JP? Blah, blah, blah says, give your fans regional ships for each country, state, province, and city. Oh, yeah. People are really wanting ships. They don't have ships yet, at least not official ones. People are really waiting for them. Okay, anyway. Oh, like I was saying, the Jonathan Frakes episode, Sanctuary, with Marina Sirtis, Tim Russ, Tony Todd, Ted Danson, and who knows who else is going to be in that episode. I can't wait to see what Marina Sirtis has to do with it. I think I have an idea, but we'll talk about that later. In this episode, Sanctuary, directed by Jonathan Frakes, Ed discovers that Mocklins aboard the Orville. I don't think they're talking about Bortus and Clyden. I think they have some guest Mocklins aboard. They're doing something with the Mocklins. Guest Mocklins aboard the Orville are harboring a secret. What is that secret? I think I figured it out. I think the secret that those Mocklins have is that they are harboring, hiding, trying to save, to get them to a sanctuary, at least one, if not more, female Mocklins. Because we never got an update of what's going on with the female Mocklins, the secret female Mocklins. And, remember in episode 3 about, I'm hearing noises. Oh, my neighbors are being loud. About a girl. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, about a girl. When that female Mocklin turns up at the end, I guarantee you they arrested her. They didn't change their minds. You know, she proved a point and all that stuff. To us, Mocklins are jacked up. I guarantee you they imprisoned her, right? So I don't know if that character is going to be in this or if it's another female Mocklin, but I do know that there's a female Mocklin in that episode, because if I went down and I scrolled down and all the people involved with the episode that they're releasing, way down where no one reads, to the stunt performers, and one of the stunt performers is listed as Femme Mocklin, female Mocklin. And there's a lady that's cast as some character called Osaya or something like that, and she's female, of course, and she could definitely play a Mocklin. So I think there's Mocklins on the ship on the Jonathan Frakes episode that are trying to sneak these female Mocklins to some sort of sanctuary so that they can live free. Now, I don't know if it's just a female Mocklin thing, or maybe they're also trying to get, Lokar. Maybe they're trying to save Lokar as well, because why not, right? So maybe we'll see Lokar again. That'd be very exciting. So maybe there'll be a sanctuary for Lokar and these female Mocklins, which I think is a match made in heaven. All Lokar wants is a female Mocklin, so he could have his pick of the litter if you ask me. Or maybe there's just one female Mocklin and one Lokar, And that's who they're trying to give a sanctuary to, and they become the new Mocklin Adam and Eve, which would also be a pretty cool story. Yeah, right there. Jared Lors just said it could be a male Mocklin and a female Mocklin in a relationship. Oh yeah, it could be already a couple. And they're trying to save the couple to get them, you know. Maybe it's just two Mocklins. We assume both are male and male, but one of them's pretending to be male, but they're actually a female, and they're actually in love. So maybe it's just two Mocklins, and then now Ed has to figure out what to do with them, because it is probably against the rules. He should probably send them back to Mockless, because we have a stupid, you know, they're in the Union, and we put up with their stupid ways. But also now we have to deal with the Krill and their stupid ways, and the Kalon and their stupid ways. So maybe we look past the Mocklins and their stupid ways. So it's going to be another what do I do type of episode. And I think it's going to be great because Jonathan Frakes is directing, right? Whoa, Joel Mayer says, I pre-ordered 4 boxes. Man. Yeah, if you're... oh, thanks. Oh, I'm going to click on this link right now that you put in there so I can... nice. So that I can save the link. Very good. I appreciate that. I have that link saved. So we all... so maybe we'll open the cards and I'll say, here's what I got. What do you guys got? And you say, okay, I'll give you 3 Offits for 1 Claire. You know, maybe we'll be doing that stuff. We'll start a Orville trading card club. Saberwolf says, Puloja. Puloja? Yeah, because, you know, we know that Mocklins urinate once a year, but how often do they poo, right? Dr. Scott Giles says, the Mocklins are certainly interesting. Yeah, the Mocklins are. I like the whole Mocklin thing, but to me, I'm not comparing them to Klingons, because of course they are different, even though they're supposed to be kind of the Klingonish a variant for the show, but they're not really. They're very interesting, but of course I hate any storyline that is just about, like Bortus and stuff, that's fine, Clyden, whatever, but when it's about the actual planet and what's going on Mockless, I'm like, oh god, I don't care. I was the same way with the Klingon stuff. Bill Key says, hello, y'all. Disney can go fox themselves for blocking JP's Egotastic Fun review. Yeah, luckily they waited a long time, and we'll see how it goes. I re-edited it a little bit. I kept the scene in there, but I re-edited it a little bit to see if that works, because I didn't want to just cut it out. I wanted to put it in there and see if they have a problem with it, so that I can learn something, because they're not going to tell you what they're cool with and not cool with, and what they're cool with today, they might not be cool with tomorrow, and vice versa. So I left it in there. I just edited it different. Hopefully, you know, if it doesn't get blocked again or flagged or whatever, then I learned something about future editing. That's what my entire YouTube experience has been, is figuring out stuff that's not out there for you to learn, because they're not going to tell you. And, you know, because you could go on some channel and they do something a certain way and you try to do it that way, and YouTube's like, that's cool for them to do it that way, but not for you, sucker. Star Siege Player says, you got blocked? Yeah, my Orville Identity Part 1 review got blocked worldwide today by Fox, aka Disney Fox, one day after the Disney Fox merger. Now, I never get anything blocked for Orville stuff. At least I haven't for a long time. Back when I first started doing reviews back in season 1, when I was still figuring out what's going on, there was a lot of trial and error, and they would block stuff or flag stuff or demonetize stuff, but I was able to figure out, like, okay, and that's how I developed the show that I do now, because of, you know, just all the times I got blocked, and I say, why did I get blocked? And they're like, we won't tell you. So I just had to figure it out, and eventually I did. Over hundreds and hundreds of hours of re-editing and uploading and re-uploading and all that stuff. Burned Head says probably was the song. No, actually the song was fine. It was the visuals that they had a problem with, and I don't know, like, why do you have a problem with the visuals? I do it the same way I've always done visuals, and even other visuals that were done the same exact way in that same episode you didn't have a problem with, just this one section. So it's just craziness. But hey, that's okay. That's okay. I get it. I get it. I'll just keep changing the way I do things, and that's fine. Eventually I'll just have a perfect godly show for YouTube. Star Siege Player says, JP, did you know that Gordon Malloy was Wesley Crusher's friend on TNG? Yeah, I've actually known that since day one, since the Orville premiered, and I first saw Scott Grimes on the show. I'm like, oh, that's Wesley's friend. But I never brought it up because I'm saving that for when I do my Gordon Malloy character spotlight. Because once we're done with the season, I'm still talking to Orville like almost every week, right? Until we get season 3, which might be a year and a half from now. So, you know, I'm going to be doing character spotlight episodes, every single character on the show. And now there's lots of info to do those types of episodes with. I tried doing those back in season 1, but there's just not enough information about these characters to really go in depth. So now that we have 2 seasons worth and they're really focusing on all the different characters and giving us information, I'll be doing more in-depth character spotlights. Also, I'm just better at making videos now than I was back then, so these character spotlights will be much better than what I would have done back then. So yeah, expect to see that clip, and we'll talk all about it in the Gordon Malloy character spotlight episode, which actually is my plan. I'm planning on doing Gordon Malloy before every other character. He's number 1 on my list to do an episode about. J.A. Dickey says, they are blocking your review of Identity Part 1? They are idiots. Yeah, they don't know who I am. Them mother fudgers. They don't know who they're talking to. I'm the Orville evangelist. Dr. Scott Giles, I do worry about the future of Egotastic FunTime, but they are a lot of successful YouTube channels that have gone through similar troubles of alleged copyright violations. Yeah, when I first started doing reviews, YouTube went through my very first adpocalypse. So everything I would put up, no matter, even if it was just me talking on camera and no footage of anything, would get flagged. Everything got flagged. But, you know, I just kept working, kept getting, you know, more and more better at stuff, and then following and kudos from people in the industry and people on the show, and the problems just became less and less and less. Now we got Disney coming in. They'll figure out what's going on eventually. They'll be told. Saber Wolf, I'd love to get Will Wheaton in an episode of the Orville. That needs to happen. Shut up, Wesley, Eccleston's Angel says. Ryben Flynn. I'm not sure I'm going to say that one out loud, just in case it's a spoiler. I don't know if it is, but just in case. Charles Cole says, what are Disney Fox worried about, and why only one review they blocked? I don't know. There's something about the visuals on it they didn't like, and I'm like, it's the same way I've always done stuff, and they haven't flagged any other videos. Oh well. Oh well. I'm just gonna move past it, because that's just what you got to do when you're in the content creation business. Rob Crawford, you and everybody else. Now, I stopped doing models a long time ago just because it's time consuming and I'm lazy and I'm always playing video games and stuff. But Rob says, I want an Orville model kit. Yes, so many people want that. I think they want that more than the figures, more than anything. But of course, figures are better. I mean, not better, but figures are great because everybody's going to buy them, whereas only certain people are going to buy model kits. But I think they'll do very well selling model kits. Saber Wolf says, okay, when are you going to wear an Orville uniform during the broadcast? When I get one and when I lose some more weight. I actually am going to look for something online here, but I got to act fast. I would love it when I go to Yuri's night and I'm walking around talking to people and hopefully interviewing some. Well, I will be interviewing some people. That I know for sure. But also like just on the floor, walking around random people. I'd love to have some sort of cool Orville cosplay, just a jacket or something like that. I don't want to go full blast. Also, I got to be comfortable too, right? Because I'm going to be walking around all day. But when I go to Yuri's night, I'm definitely going to be talking to, because I'm part of the press. I got a press pass. Martin Horowitz was kind enough to get me a press pass. So I'll be talking to Bill Nye. I'll be talking to Rod Roddenberry, which I'm going to talk. I was thinking of talking to him about Star Trek Discovery because he's a producer, and of course, Roddenberry, Star Trek. But I'm not. I'm going to talk to him about how awesome the Orville is and see what he says. I want to see what he says about the Orville, how it reminds him of his daddy's show. Because I think that'll just be a lot more fun if I go to talk to Rod Roddenberry and don't even bring up Star Trek. So Bill Nye, Rod Roddenberry, Story Musgrave. I can't remember the other people's names right now. I'm going to be able to talk to Chase Masterson. I might be able to talk to Robert Picardo if he's able to show up. I know he has a scheduling conflict, but he's trying to be there. 50-50 chance Seth MacFarlane might be there. So I will, of course, if he is there, will be talking to him in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just like, sorry about that. No, I'll see myself out. It's okay. I'll see myself out. You don't have to, have your people rough me up. So hopefully he shows up, because that would be very interesting. Because that dude knows who I am, and I'm kind of afraid about that. Jared Lors, thank you so much. Ooh, how about a Galaxy Quest uniform? Gladys Lors. Yeah, that would be awesome. But of course, and we are going to talk about Galaxy Quest when the new series comes up. And we get more news about it, because they are making a Galaxy Quest series for Amazon Prime. Yeah, that'd be great. But no, of course, I'm the Orville guy. I'm going there. It's my first event. I want to get people at the event talking about the Orville and tell me what they think about it, so that you guys can hear what they say, and so people from the show can hear what they say. Yeah, I might just go full Orville when I go there. I'm the Orville evangelist. Why not, right? I'm here to help the show. Star Siege player is happy about Chase Masterson. Rob Cropper says, Angel, you can't have Gordon. You got to go through Adrian Palicki first. Yeah, I'm really nervous about going to the event, but I think it's going to be so much stuff going on that I got to do while I'm there, and also figure out what I'm doing while I'm there. I don't think I'll have time to be nervous. April Jones, thank you so much. Let's go. Thanks, JP. Here's all my money. Thank you so much, April. I appreciate that very, very much. Jeremy Rowe loves Galaxy Quest. Never give up, never surrender, Jeremy Rowe. Oh, man, wouldn't that be great? Herb Bluntman says, Disney should be paying you as an influencer. Yeah, they really should. I mean, I'm already making tons of money as a Instagram model, but hey, that'd be nice too. Jared Lors says, Scott Grimes and her are the best sci-fi couple since Nathan Fillion and Number 6 from Battlestar Galactica. Oh man, they were a couple? I didn't even know that. Jerry Owens says, where am I? What's going on? How did I get here? Who are you people? Jerry Owens, if you don't know where you are, let me introduce you to everybody with a big yellow Jaloja, Jerry Owens. Sheldon Eastman says, if Seth is there, have a question ready and try not to bind up his time. Oh, of course, I'm going to be doing that with everybody. I know all the people that are going to be there, well, some of the people, and I'm going to have stuff ready for him. Unless he recognizes you, then be his girlfriend and get as much info as whorishly possible. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'll say, hey man, you want some bourbon? Let's go here. Let's go to the open bar. Well, it's not an open bar. Let me pay you to buy me a beer. No. I'll say, let me buy you a drink. He'll be like, oh, okay. And I'll put a little something in it, a little something, something. Something that I have to unscrew and then go, because that's how you do it. Yeah, that'd be great. Hopefully he's there and there's some sort of interaction. Even if it's just me in the room, far away, and somebody takes a picture of me and you can see him in the background, win. Oh, also, I don't remember her name, but one of the writers from The Expanse, at least one of the writers from The Expanse that I know of, I can't remember her name, but she's going to be an ambassador at the event, which means she wears a red sash, which means anybody could go up to her and ask her anything they want. So we're going to be talking with a writer from The Expanse. Nice, Patrick. I was totally right about that. Herb Blutman says, we are the world. We are the Orville. We are the ones who make a better life. So let's start giving. Let's start giving. J.A. Dickey says, I was at the Sphere and I online met Rod Roddenberry there. Yeah, Rod Roddenberry is going to be doing a Q&A, a live Q&A at the event. Underwater. He's going to be underwater in a special suit, and he's going to be taking our questions. Now, of course, I have access to the VIP section, so and I'll be part of the press line, so I'll be talking to Rod, as well as hopefully getting more interactions with everybody in the VIP section. But of course, that'll be up to me to go up to them and say, hey, how's it going? I'm Japan from Egotastic FunTimes. Liquid Cadmus says, I hope Disney doesn't buy The Expanse. Well, good luck with that, Liquid. There's a high chance everything that you watch is going to be bought by Disney at some point. Let's see. Okay, it is 8:30, you guys. Let me see if I have anything else to share. I don't think I do. Yeah, I think we're all good. I'm going to try to go and watch the all-new episode of the Orville so I can start collecting my thoughts. Also, I got to watch Star Trek Discovery. I probably should throw in an episode or two of The Expanse because I got to get through the entire Expanse because I want to have it all finished before I talk to a writer from The Expanse in just a couple weeks here. So, you know, I want to have, you know, be up to date, you guys. So I see some stuff coming in here that is definitely spoilers, which I won't say, but of course I'm like, awesome, I can't wait, because I don't mind the spoilers anymore because it's just part of the business now for me to know stuff. So, oh well. Oh, Saberwolf's got the Orville in 30 minutes. So, okay, you guys, enjoy the new episode tonight, Lasting Impressions, or enjoy it tomorrow. If you DVR'd it, that counts as points towards the Orville as far as ratings go. Hulu it tomorrow, that counts. Hulu it the next 3 days counts. Hulu it the next 7 days counts. The best is in live or in the top 3 days, but 7 days still counts for stuff. The show does great with streaming. I'll be back tomorrow with a card time video as well as hopefully some other videos. We're going to be streaming on Twitch this week as well as the YouTube gaming channel, Egotastic FunTime Gaming. And you guys, I super appreciate you guys coming in tonight, hanging out. We're going to be hanging out again next Thursday. No episode the week after that, but I'll give you a reminder. And you guys, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about it. How about you? Do you think Leighton Meester's character will end up being more than meets the eye? Or is Gordon just going through a weird phase? Why are Bortus and Clyden paying a visit to Claire in the med bay? Are Ed and Kelly actually the only 2 people left who still read USA Today? You can let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. Thank you so much, you guys, for liking, sharing, and supporting my stupid show. It really does mean the world to me. I'll see you very soon, and as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye!
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find it funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money. Give me all